All right. Episode 74. Feeney Talks with Friends. We have a wonderful guest. What's up, Ant?
What's up, man? Thanks for having me, man.
Very excited about this episode. 74 means wisdom, intuition, right? That's all. I'm very excited about that. The Bulls went 72-10. The Warriors went 73-9. Will a team ever go 74-8?
That's tough.
That's
tough right there. They'd have to have a great year. That'd be amazing, though. I'd love to see that happen.
Well, we're here. I mention it every show. We're in Waterbury, Connecticut. So excited. We're at the historical building, the Rose Hill Mansion on 63 Prospect Street or Road?
Prospect Street.
Prospect Street. The YMCA is right over here, old stomping ground. I used to play basketball at the CJR right over here. Beautiful artwork, and the borders are like, you could just tell that this house, 1852.
Yeah.
1852, amazing. This house is connected with the brass horse statue. Do you know the connection between this house and the brass horse?
I do not.
Carrie Welton,
Okay.
the Welton family lived here. She loved horses. Her dad got kicked by a horse. So when she died, she inherited all this money. She gave it to animal cruelty. They tried to put her in a cycle ward because she was donating all her money.
Yeah.
So then she said, all right, I want to make this statue or the brass horse where horses can go get water, and it's still there today.
Oh, wow, that's what it was
And
originally.
Carrie Welton, that's my Waterbury knowledge.
There we go.
And Chase was here.
Yep.
I think he had something to do with the brass. We're the brass city.
Yes.
Love Waterbury. I did that. I learned that actually when I was a Waterbury teacher. I used to take the third graders to the Mattatuck Museum, and I learned that on a field trip.
Okay,
So
awesome,
here
man.
I am, and I got to share with my dude, Aunt Ireland, also born and raised in Waterbury.
Yes, sir.
How you been?
Doing well, man. Great. I'm in a great space in my life, and just connecting with the community, connecting with the kids, and still growing myself as a person. And it's just 31 years old now, and it's you've known me for my pretty much since I was 9 years old. So really coming into my own, and it's been great. Got a great support system. Mom, family, and friends, and they've really been supporting me in my endeavors and my dreams.
Yeah. Like you said, I've known you since you were a little guy. I was the physical director of the Boys and Girls Club, almost like the gym teacher.
Yeah.
I ran the Junior Pro League. I put up the scores. I made the teams. And I'm just so honored and still to be in contact with you, and I'm so proud of you. You're a wonderful person. You're a great basketball player. You're doing wonderful things on and off the basketball court. So I'm really happy to be talking with you today.
Yes, likewise. Man.
Anthony Ireland went on to LMU, yes. Loyola Marymount University,
Yes.
California.
Los Angeles.
And then you played for Crosby.
Yes. Yep.
And now you're playing overseas.
Yes.
And you've bounced around to a lot of different places overseas.
A bunch of different spots.
Lithuania.
Yeah, I was first started off in France. That was my first experience. Then went to Greece, Poland, then Portugal, then back to Poland, then Hungary, then Russia, and then I just finished up in Poland as well. So, yeah, it's been
Pretty
quite a
much
journey.
all 1 year deals.
All 1 year deals. Yeah, usually by the end of the year, they'll start to negotiate. Hey, Anthony, we would love to have you come back. But yeah, I've only signed 1 year deal. I did a 1+1, but we didn't pick up that option. So yeah, 1 year deals for the most part.
And do you have not a manager? Do you have someone
I have
that
an
works?
agent. Yes, so I have an agent, and that's a hard part of the business of basketball is trusting in an agent and finding an agent, and because they all sound great, right? Like they're lawyers, so they all know how to talk, they know how to speak the language. So I've been fortunate enough to have my agent for the past 5 years. I've gone through maybe 5 agents, and some guys go through an agent every year or 2-3 agents per year. So I've been fortunate to find someone that really believes in me and does his job.
Nice. And then personally, do you look for more money or more playing time, or like a happy medium?
Money. Money is what gets me out there at this point. So of course, like the team and the program and how professional they are. Like, of course, you want to do all your background information on that, and which my agent usually knows. But yeah, if someone's gonna offer me the right contract, I'll probably go.
And how was the language barrier?
It's not bad at all. I mean, basketball is a universal language.
Yeah.
That uses most of the time the guys on the team speak English. A little bit broken, but you can make it work. The coach usually speaks English, and I've never really ran into a problem out there with the immediate team. Once when I go to the grocery store and I'm trying to eat at a restaurant, it gets a little difficult, and you got to use Google Translate. But yeah, other than that, everybody pretty much English.
Nice. And how long has your overseer's career spanned?
9 years. So
Nice.
9 years. Yeah, I graduated college in 2014, and been grinding ever since, man.
That is amazing. No, I followed your career. I still want that Lithuanian jersey.
Yes,
My
you
mom's
gotta get
Lithuanian, so I think I wrote you when you were over there too. I'm like, come on, get me one. Still working 9 years later.
Yeah, I was in Lithuania. We were the Vilnius is the capital, which is great, but I was in a town called Utena, and it was maybe about 3,000 people in this town, and they loved basketball though. Like Lithuania is a basketball country.
Yeah.
Small country, but they produce high level basketball players, and so everybody supported me. So I love. I have crazy stories about being a Lithuanian playing there. So it's something I always look back at.
So cool. 1992, they played in the Olympics.
Yep.
They needed funding for jerseys. Do you know who funded their jerseys?
No.
They were tie-dye.
Yeah.
It was a rock band.
Okay.
I think, rumor has it, the Grateful Dead
Okay.
funded their jerseys, or Bill Walton. Bill Walton's a big hipster.
Yes.
And he loved the Grateful Dead. I don't know, either or.
Something like
they were
that.
tie-dye jerseys.
There we go.
Lithuania. Trying to drop another fun fact. Again, episode 74. We're here in the Rose Hill Mansion. Again, my name is Eric Feeney, founder and president of Friends of Feeney. Our mission is to help children and families that have heartbreak or tragedy. I use this podcast and I talk to wonderful people that are doing great things in the community. And you've done wonderful things for our community in Waterbury. I am just like, so again, I already mentioned, I'm going to say it many times, I'm so proud of you. Can you talk on how are you giving back to our community in Waterbury?
Yeah, so originally I started a platform, AI3 Leadership Academy, which was pretty much an outlet to provide kids, a safe place to play basketball, to compete, to have fun, and to ultimately grow every summer when I would come back from playing in Europe. And it just kind of took off. We've grown. We're going into our eighth summer now doing camps. And the first year was about everybody kind of coming for free, and it was about 35 kids for the 5 days. But now it's 130 plus, 140 plus kids every summer, and it's just been a joy for me because it's a vehicle that I can use to express my creativity, express my emotions, and stuff that I'm passionate about. So it's something that I'm going to continue to work at, and we're going to continue to provide access and different outlets for the community. Quick story. So we had our first overnight camp last year with Post University. So we collaborated with them and did an overnight camp. And nobody does overnight camps anymore. So that was a niche I wanted to jump into. And what sparked my inspiration to go to the nonprofit route was this. This kid went home and his mother texted me like, "Hey Anthony, my son had a great time at camp, but he came home wanting to be a physical therapist. He said, Mom, I learned this. So, and throughout camp, we would take tours where we, toured the physical training room, toured the library, all that stuff, So kids were able to, get a different perspective of what life can be eventually, And, once that the kid said that and the lady sent me that message, I'm like, okay, education is the root, longevity. Yeah. Like, of course, basketball, you get them in there, it's kind of like the bait, but we really want to, start, approaching our basketball or our development in a holistic way, so which is why I started our nonprofit, the Leadership University, with plans to eventually, get a facility, have mentorship after school programs, and, again, take on a holistic approach to not only development as a basketball player, but as a human, and I think there's a lot of stuff that you can learn through the game of basketball that translates directly to life, and with sports, you learn those instances or those, those instances in real time. You learn adversity in real time. You learn how to pick up your teammate. You learn how to respond to a coach when he's yelling at you in real time, and all that stuff translates to life. So I'm fortunate to just be in this position to where I can, do that for the kids and think of something, or think of a dream, or think of a goal, and then, manifest it, So it's something that, is near and dear to my heart, and something I'm very passionate about. And, I just kind of want to continue to grow. And the long-term goal is to have a K through 12 charter school where it's, dominant for education. Again, the basketball is just to get them in. Everybody knows Anthony Allen, basketball, but longevity purposes, education is our approach and is the way.
Well, as a teacher, I'm all on board, and anything I can do to help. Yeah, basketball, you learn how to win, you learn how to lose, problem solve, communication.
Teammate, so many stuff, much stuff.
And you mentioned we go way back. Where is it? Where are we? I got some show and tell pics.
Uh-oh.
So you mentioned,
wow.
Look at the haircut there.
Wow.
You got
That's crazy. Wow, look at us, man.
Nardwuar right there. Did I Nardwuar him a little bit?
Darn. Wow, this is Ricky Cortez.
Yep.
BJ Klein, myself, you, Julio Vasquez, and Geraldo. Wow, this is what, probably 11th grade, 10th grade. Jeez, that's crazy. Man, is this on Facebook, or where'd you?
No, we took that at the boys club.
Yeah,
and
I noticed the boys club.
I've had it, I put it on my door in my classroom in Waterbury.
Okay.
And then I have a clip. Anything I ever put on my door in my classrooms, I've had it stacked in my room now, currently, 20 years later.
Wow.
So I knew I was coming on. I was like, I remember him being on the door.
Yeah,
Where's that pic of him
yeah,
being on the door? And also I got another one. And it's autographed. Do you remember autographing this for me?
No way, I do not remember that. Wow. Wow, that's a gem right there. That is a
name
gem.
that crew. You know these guys?
Yeah, that's BJ Montero. That's who kind of, sparked me, put the battery in my back. Jerome Mitchell, Marcus James, one of my best friends, Jordan Williams, and then myself. This is my junior year. Yeah, all NBL, my junior year. Yeah. Me and
Very
Jordan
cool.
are the only two juniors up there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we're the young ones.
Montero was legit.
Oh, big time legit.
Yeah.
Big. Went to Duquesne, straight to Duquesne. Kind of laid the blueprint for myself in terms of confidence, in terms of just, working not only on the court but in the classroom. He was a, kind of like a 3.8, 3.9 student.
Oh,
as
scholar
well.
athlete.
Yeah.
That's awesome to hear. Duquesne's no joke. That's a great school. Was he a senior at this point? And you're a senior?
Yes. Yep.
And you're a junior?
I'm a junior, yes.
And when did you win?
So that's the year we won.
That's the year you won?
We won the state championship that year. I was the MVP of the finals that year, and yeah.
Was it at UConn?
That was at UConn. We played Trinity Catholic versus Tevin Baskin.
Yep.
He ended up he went somewhere D1, I forget, Appalachian State or something like that. But
Funny story, that was the same day as the St. Patrick's Day parade. So I go to the St. Patrick's Day parade, green sneakers, green this, green that. I'm like, we got to head to the game. I go to support you. I show up.
Yeah.
Who are you playing?
Yeah, Trinity Catholic.
They're all green. They were like, I go to Crosby section. I'm like, I had to turn all my stuff inside out.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't sit over here in green.
No way.
I'm like, I wish I knew. But I was
That's
like
a
rushing.
funny
My
story.
wife was like, what are you doing? She was like, she didn't even want to be next to me. And she has no ties, which we can't go over to the blue section wearing green.
Right.
But not knowing timing, I was coming from the St. Patty's Day parade.
Wow.
It was like a couple weeks before St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, this is awesome right here.
Always been, I try to support my people. Tootie Zimmerman as a past guest.
Yep. Yeah, I just saw him this morning. I told him I told him I was getting on. He's like, yeah, I did that podcast last year. So, yep, he gave me a few pointers.
Nice. Tootie, wonderful guest. He does the We Believe Academy.
Yes.
Another boys club kid.
Yep, for sure.
I had Jamel Lawrence, the barbershop. Chief Riddick.
Yes. Really? You had
Had him
he's
on.
West Hartford.
Yeah, he's
right?
West Hartford.
Yep.
So we joke. We both went from Waterbury to West Hartford. So
there you go.
And then Colleen Conway was our recent Waterbury. But yeah, and I got some pictures when I was so happy and wanted to support you about your.
Oh yes.
These are some pics from.
Yep. Yeah. Us. That's the gang right there. Me, Fish, you, Devon Parker. This was this summer, last summer.
No, that's 2019 actually.
2019. Okay. Yes.
D. Parker, future guest.
Yep.
He was a couple grades above me in the Jamel episode. We talked about the hardest dunk I've ever seen.
Okay.
He dunked so hard, shook the rim and the pole. Like it was pretty good. And Fish, I love Narquise. He's awesome.
Legend.
I got my city shirt on.
Yep, city team.
Still repping it. It says the
AI3.
AI3.
Yep.
And
Yep, Waterbury CT on the back.
Waterbury on the back.
Yeah, man.
Anything with Waterbury.
Yeah, my guys up at the city team is a brand, a Boston-based brand, and they've kind of supported me throughout my endeavors. So I always show love to them.
You're still in contact, and they're still sponsoring.
Yes,
and
yeah, every year. Yeah.
All right,
every
great.
Year. Yep, every year.
So yeah, well, getting that autograph, I'm gonna need another autograph.
Okay, for sure.
So
for sure.
maybe you can do it now or later. But
Definitely,
my
man,
guy Ant,
definitely.
very proud of you, of course, and I'm just happy to see you're doing well. And this is another.
Okay,
This is
yep,
my guy
Jordan
right
Booker.
here.
Yep, Jordan Booker.
Same birthday as my wife,
Oh,
my
really?
third grade teacher,
Okay.
my third grade student,
Okay.
future podcast guest,
Yeah, Jordan.
wonderful person.
Yes, for sure.
And what was I going to
Crosby
say?
legend.
Crosby
Yep,
legend.
Crosby
Heart
legend
over
for
height.
Sure. Yep, for sure. Went up to Dean and put up numbers, right? That's where he was at
Yeah.
Dean.
Yep.
He's at Dean, put up
2,000
numbers.
points,
Yeah,
I
all
think.
time. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and his dad, Conrad, showed up at the barbershop episode at Melly
really?
Mel's too. So
That's
it was
cool.
great.
That's cool.
Very cool.
That's cool. Okay, yep. Julio.
Kid.
Julio, yep.
The
yep.
Who kid.
Uh-huh.
Oh, and then this is the kid that I sponsored.
That's so crazy, man. Yeah, you got to send me that picture because he just graduated.
From where?
Crosby.
Oh, nice.
He was a Billy Finn Award winner this year.
Come on.
Yeah. Jason Robinson. This is his first year in He's a Bridgeport kid. This is his first year in Waterbury. He didn't know anybody. Unfortunate circumstances. That's why you came, sponsored him, which was great. Yet, didn't have the money. I'm
getting chills. This is exciting.
He
this
was
is
one
great.
of the better kids at camp. And then after this was his first. Nobody knew him. After this camp, he kind of, that's when everybody's like, oh, Jason Robinson, this kid's gonna be good. Got him going to Crosby, and yeah, now he's Billy Finn Award winner. I think he's going to prep school, but he'll be a D2, maybe
No,
D1.
Billy Finn is huge.
Yeah. So,
Billy Finn is like the Waterbury award that
Yep,
you want to get.
Yep. The best senior in Waterbury.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's And then you.
Who won it your year?
Me.
Silly question.
Yes.
Should have known.
But
Wow.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
So
man.
I was hoping. I was like, man, because the tournament's on, and you
Yep.
got small schools, FAU.
Yes.
And I'm like, imagine this kid goes on to do great things.
Right.
And I sponsored him.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I didn't know, just get pipe dreams and just start to wishfully think for something to, But this
That's
is
funny.
very exciting.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna need his autograph.
Yeah,
then.
we got to show him that picture, man. He'd laugh. This is
Wonderful
awesome.
kid. Yeah, I'm gonna need his. What was his full name?
Jason Robinson.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Just finished up at Crosby.
And he went to your school,
Yep.
Crosby.
Probably like 1,300 points, 1,200 points. Yeah, he was good. 4-year starter. He's great. He's about
4 years?
He's about like 6'4" now, 6'3". He's
Is All
solid.
Jelly still there?
Yes.
No way.
Jelly's still there, man. Still going, man.
Wow.
Still loving it too. Like loves
Court's
it.
named after him.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
He's got it good up there, man.
Yeah.
He's got it really
All
good.
Jelly. Does he help out with the A3?
He does.
AI3.
He does. He like yourself. He sponsored a bunch of kids. He's got me in the right doors. And yeah, he's always hands on with stuff. If I never need anything, if I ever need a gym or the shooting gun, he's like, Anthony, whatever you need, I'll handle it.
No,
So,
he's wonderful.
yeah.
And then there's Tootie.
Tootie, yep, my guy. Yeah, Tootie looking skinny right there.
Right?
man. Not so much anymore, but he looked good right there. No, that's my guy though, man. That's my guy.
Is he
Tootie.
still balling overseas, or is he focusing on his?
Yeah, I think he's fully focused on his We Believe Academy and growing that. So he's in a good space as well too.
So Billy Finn out of senior year. Then you went to LMU.
Prep. I went to prep school. I went to the Winchendon School, which kind of changed the trajectory of my life.
How come you didn't go to Putnam? Or say that
Putnam-
again?
It's the Winchendon School.
Winchendon.
The Winchendon School. So
And where's that?
right in Massachusetts. It was the borderline of Massachusetts and New Hampshire. And Putnam wasn't around when I was coming.
Oh, gotcha.
Tootie and I was coming out. So and maybe like the year after, 2 years after it came around. But yeah, we were in the top prep school league at the time. It was called the NEPSAC, and I went into the season with maybe an offer from Central, or offer from Sacred Heart. But by the end of the season, I was and a little bit of story about prep school is like all the top talent is there. So
Yeah.
my team is like, we got 13 D1 guys. So practice is better than the game most of the time. So and then during the game we're playing against high level people as well. So it taught me how to work, how to train, and then going up against guys every day was different. And so it was absolute great experience. It was very demanding, in terms of like the schoolwork. Like I learned how to study. I learned how to prepare for a test, prepare for an exam. Come from public school, it was, not the case, So I had to learn late. But overall, it was a great experience. Ended up making the All NEPSAC League, and that's kind of when my draft stock, not my draft stock, but my stock went up.
Yeah, you went like from 80th to, you made a jump, a huge
jump,
yeah.
Huge jump, and got with the right AAU team. I was with the New England Players. Our coach was John Carroll, who coached the Boston Celtics at the time. So he was our preparation. We're going through walkthrough in the hotel. We're doing scout, and AAU teams aren't doing that. So. My IQ of the game, rose throughout those years, and ended up, halfway during the season, I committed to LMU just because they were showing the most love. They would come check me out. Mm-hmm. They would fly in and, put me through some workouts and stuff. So I committed to them early, and then, just so I could get that out of the way. And then, finished the season, did really good, got all NEPSAC first team, and that's when like University of Miami, Rutgers, St. John's ended up coming in and, trying to get me to decommit and commit to a bigger school. But, I kind of just, stuck with them. And, my mother, she kind of, that was the only visit she came with me. So I went to a bunch of visits, but I went out to Los Angeles with her. And immediately once I got off the plane, I'm like, this is where I need to be. Palm trees, the beach.
It's LA.
Yeah, it's you can't even put it into words. But
like how close to the city was the university?
We were.
I've only been to San Diego.
It was in the city, so we were in Los
Angeles.
Like
downtown. What about?
I mean, downtown, maybe like 30 minutes from downtown with traffic. With no traffic, maybe 10, 15 minutes. But we were. You fly into LAX. LMU is 5-minute Uber ride or 5-minute taxi ride. So we were right there in the mix of everything. Marina Del Rey, Santa Monica area, Venice Beach area. So all that stuff, I'm very familiar with. But it was a great time, and then after prep school, went out there and started doing my thing out there too, man.
And you were a 4-year starter at LMU?
Yeah, I took me about maybe like 14 games into my freshman year to get the spot. The coach who recruited me, Coach Max Good, he was the head coach, and I was his recruit. So he was hard on me, because I was his recruit. Yep. He didn't want anybody thinking he was playing favorites. So he really got after me, and I didn't understand why, but now, we'd get on the phone. He's like, I had to, Anthony, So
that's like Popovich yelling at Duncan.
Yeah.
Because he's like, listen, if I'm yelling at Duncan like a lunatic, I'm going to destroy everyone else because this is our star.
Yes.
So you got to be hard on.
Yes. Yeah. So, and then once I remember, I'll never forget, I got the starting job up at Long Beach State. One of our guards, his ankle was giving him issues, so he ended up shutting it down, was out there for the rest of the year. So I took that opportunity and just ran with it. I think that first game I had like 15 or something, and then I was the starter for the rest of my career there.
Nice. Yeah. And then ended up in the Hall of Fame.
Yes, got inducted into the Hall of Fame 2019, and then just most recently they had a ceremony. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get there in 2019 just because I was in Europe, and so now they invited me out, and they was having a great year this year, so I went and they recognized me at the Gonzaga game, so it was great energy, great vibes, and welcomed me with open arms, and it was felt so like cool. Family, felt like home, which was nice. Yeah,
I remember being a West Coast, you'd always be on at like 11 o'clock at night or 12 o'clock at night. I'm like, man, I got to stay up to watch Anthony again.
Yeah, everybody, yeah.
But you were playing like St. Mary's, Gonzaga,
BYU,
in the WAC,
Santa Clara, San Fran.
Washington State, maybe?
No, we're WCC.
Okay.
West Coast Conference, okay. WCC, so... Yeah, St. Mary's.
No Washington? Did you ever play them?
Okay. No, never played Washington. We scrimmaged them and stuff, but never a regular season game.
I want to see. I had this picture once. I don't know if it's going to be a tough pull. I should have. But I had you, like, on ESPN2, you're getting interviewed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And I took a picture a long time ago. It's probably not going to be up here.
Yeah, that's classic stuff, man.
I
saw that stuff.
I'll try to find it. But, yeah, at LMU, you're third in total points.
Yes.
First in games started.
Yes.
First in games played. First in minutes. Second in free throws made. Third in 3 points made.
Yeah.
Second in field goal attempts. Mm-hmm. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's unreal, man. Just because now being 31 years old, I'm like, wow, Anthony, like you did that, bro. Like it doesn't it kind of I kind of forget about it. I kind of forget like, okay, that was a different Anthony. That was a different part of my life. So it's hard to like really, take it all in. But yeah, I had a great career there, man. Great career. Loved it. Absolutely. I had an opportunity to transfer too, man. I was gonna. So my my sophomore year I had a great year. So I averaged about 16 and a half, 4 and 5, and then we went to the NIT tournament. We actually beat Dame Lillard. So we ended Dame Lillard's, career.
Yeah, where was he?
He was at Weber State.
That's right.
So another mid-major, small mid-major.
That's right.
So we met them in the NIT, and
so you guarded?
Yeah,
Lillard.
Yeah, that was my matchup. I'll never forget my coach who recruited me. He was a player development guy. He ended up going to, working player development for the Denver Nuggets, and now he's strictly DeMar DeRozan and Damian Lillard's trainer. Right, so we're going into the game. He's like, man, Anthony, we're gonna beat them tonight. We're gonna beat them because Dame isn't gonna press. Like he's not like if things are going bad, he's not gonna force the issue because he can't. Right, like he has to look good for scouts. So if he's forcing the issue and shooting shots he shouldn't be taking, that's gonna bring his draft stock down. So he's telling me this like, Anthony, if we're up 4-5, like he's gonna have to make the right play. So if we're double teaming him, he's not gonna force up a shot. He's gonna make the right play. So our scout was, let's double team every time, get the ball out of his hands, and that's what we did. He ended up having a terrible shooting night. I know the refs were in his favor. He got to the line, shot 21 for 22 from the free throw line. So he still ended up with 28, right? Hit the buzzer beater to take it into overtime, and then we beat them in overtime.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
Love hearing stories like that.
Yeah.
He still shoots that many free throws, by the way.
Yes, for sure.
Did he pull? So he didn't pull from the logo then?
Nah, he wasn't pulling but he was before, but every pick and roll, we were blitzing him, so we were trying to get the ball out of his hands. So, and again, he was making the right reads, he wasn't going to force the issue. So, but yeah, to say that, I had such a great year, my AAU coach reached out to me and, he was like, man, University of Arizona would love for you to go down there and take a visit. And, they had a strong look at you. And I'm just like, what, man? Like, that's a different level,
Yeah.
And, I kind of, looking, I'm glad I didn't go, the person who ended up going, though, was TJ McConnell.
Okay.
So TJ McConnell went from Duquesne to University of Arizona.
Michigan too, though, right? TJ
No,
O'Connell.
he went from Duquesne.
Ohio State? Or where did he go?
No,
he stayed there the whole time?
Yeah, he was at Duquesne for 2 years.
Yeah.
And then he went to University of Arizona for 2 years. Then he got drafted. Now he's with the Sixers, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I had an opportunity to.
Did you visit?
I didn't.
Didn't visit.
I didn't. I was just like, man, I'm comfortable.
Dude, they loved you. They had Irish flags in the crowd.
Yeah.
Because your last name's Ireland, obviously.
Yeah.
And then they put Ireland on it, and the whole crowd's like this.
Going crazy, yes.
Because I'm getting staying up late going, dude, they love this guy.
Yeah, it was awesome, man. It was awesome.
That is really cool.
Yes.
So, yeah, so much LMU. What are you guys? What's the mascot?
Lion, LMU Lions.
That's right.
Yeah. We went in, so Bulldogs, Crosby Bulldogs. Winchendon, we were Wapiti. So I think that's like a female deer or something like that. And then at LMU, we were LMU Lions. Yes.
Any tats to any Bulldog tats, Lion tats?
Nah, nothing. Yeah,
I didn't know if you want to commemorate a good season with.
Yeah, nah, man. After my sophomore year, we didn't do too well. I did well individually, but we just winning wise we just didn't have the right pieces, and yeah, it was just hard. It's hard to win. It's hard to win at any level,
Who else did you play against? Dame Lillard. Any other big names?
Dame Lillard. Played against
someone
Isaiah,
must have been on the
Isaiah
Zags.
Thomas.
Okay.
Isaiah Thomas. Oh, the Zags. They had Robert Sacre. Went to Kelly Olynyk. Played against Kelly. Oh, he torched us. But I had my career high against them. Robert Sacre. He had a couple years with the Lakers. Kevin Pangos. And then they have a bunch of.
Where did
guys
Isaiah Thomas go?
Professionally. He went to Washington, but we scrimmaged them. We would scrimmage they would come down to us for a scrimmage, and the next year we would go to them for a scrimmage.
Yeah.
So I got to play Terrence Ross was in that team.
Okay.
They were stacked. So I got to match up against them. It was pretty cool. Yeah, man.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. I'm trying to think who else. What other people I matched up against? Yeah, I can't really remember.
Well, I'm glad basketball has given you so many experiences, and led you to LA? Like you weren't maybe, but I don't see. Do you foresee yourself or in hindsight, do you see yourself going to LA if you weren't playing hoop?
No way.
Right?
No, absolutely not.
So,
Absolutely not.
Yeah. Gave you
that
experiences and
wasn't even
opportunities.
Yeah. Basketball afforded me with all my opportunities. Everything I do comes from the basketball. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Even still this day, even though I'm not, in basketball right now, but like everything, the relationships I have, the relationships I've established, all stems from basketball. So super grateful for that basketball.
Great game.
Oh, amazing.
I'm still playing.
Yes. We got to get you in our league, man. We're getting the league. You got to come
I'm
play
in.
it.
I'm in.
Come on, man.
What's the age?
35 and up.
Oh, go
That's
ahead,
what I'm saying.
please.
35
it's even better.
Yeah.
I'm in a 30 over. And
Okay.
I'm 44 now.
Awesome.
I could still.
Look great, man.
I'm a Windex man. I clean the glass.
Do dirty work. Yeah, there we
Julio used to call me the custodian.
Okay, yeah,
Because I
yeah.
clean up the garbage.
Yes.
And the custodian.
Yeah, there you go.
But we recently, I got a show and tell. We recently I sent you that video. We're the JCC champs.
Ooh.
Look at that. I got some
Some nice hardware.
some hardware.
There's some nice hardware. What league is this?
It's the Jewish Community Center in West Hartford.
Okay.
Very proud of that.
Yes,
And
yes,
our
this is
squad
awesome.
we were sponsored. Look at the sponsor name.
Yes, of course.
Friends of Feeney
Gotta
Inc.
rep.
was the sponsor.
Gotta rep it. Let me see the front of the jersey. What's the?
And then we were sponsored by RBG Wealth Management.
Nice.
And RBG was on our team,
Okay.
but he still let us be, and RBG's on the back of one too, but the guy who sponsored us still played on the Friends
There
of
we
Feeney
go,
team
there we
instead
go.
of like, hey, I want to play on the RBG. John Decker, thanks for that.
There we go. Yeah.
And at the end of the game, we even cut down the nets.
Mm.
I wore it on
That's
my
cool
head.
right there.
It's a great feeling. Basketball,
for
44
sure,
at
for
the
sure.
JCC,
For
over
sure.
30.
Yeah,
But to
there we
get
go.
that feeling, we recorded it. I sent you the highlights.
Yep.
Let's hear your professional opinion and advice on my
Man,
game.
I mean,
You could be honest.
game was a little slow. It was a little slow. I thought it was in slow motion at one point, but
Go on.
but yeah, competitive. I heard there was a few arguments. But yeah, I mean, I love it, man. I love the energy, man. We're starting a league actually, but I actually play in a league out in Danbury, and it's so much fun.
Yeah.
Just when you get the right group of people and people just play the right way. Basketball is a great great game and a great outlet. To kind of bring out your inner child.
Yes. To be at the line, 10 seconds left, tie game, and I'm like, you feel the nerves, and you feel like, hey, I'm in Ireland right now. I'm a pro, or I'm
right.
I'm
Get
trying
that
to
juice.
trying to make this.
Yeah.
I got an and one in the video, and I bricked
Yes.
the free throw hard.
Yes.
Yeah, I got to work on my free throws.
No, man. Next time you gotta have me on your team, man.
I want to come train. I want to do the rubber band training with you,
all
and
that, all
and
that.
I want to stand on something balancing and catch it. Like
all
you
that.
do
We
all
got
that.
All that, yes, sir.
I need that.
Yeah,
come
for
on,
sure, man.
put
all
me
the
down.
Plyometric stuff.
Yes, I need all the help I can get. But I'm very excited. Oh yeah, quickly. So shout out some sponsors. What minute are we? We've been talking so much.
We're at minute 33, Larry Bird.
33.
Wow, okay.
33. The Bird. Love him. Basketball Jesus. Want to thank my sponsors, Direct Line Media, Kyle and Dave from Direct Line Media. We wouldn't be here without them. They put up with me for 74 episodes, so I'm really thankful for them. We have podcast sponsors, the Brooke Goff Law. You ever see the billboards of Brooke Goff, the lawyer?
Yes.
She's a sponsor. She was a podcast guest.
Wow.
Weehaw, Brewing and Roasting, Gastro Park, Donut Crazy, The Fix IV, Keating Agency Insurance, and West Hartford Lock.
Okay.
Those are our sponsors of the
Awesome,
podcast,
man.
so thank you for that.
Awesome, man.
And with that being said, West Hartford Lock, what are 3 keys that make you, we talked a lot of basketball, so we're going to switch topics. And what 3 keys that make you, like a good community member and a president of the Leadership University? What are 3 keys that in your nonprofit?
For myself, I think naturally, I've been a person to kind of bridge the gap, right? Like I'm half black, half white, so that's something I've been dealing with my entire life. So naturally, I'm kind of that person where the community can gravitate towards for something that's common, So that's what I've been doing with our Leadership Academy, and now stepping into the nonprofit space with the Leadership University. It's not only we're going to do it from a basketball standpoint, but do it from an educational mentorship, aspect. So that's kind of our approach. And, three keys to that is kind of, first, vision. I think having a vision and having a goal is huge, right? But then action comes right behind that. A lot of people have these lofty goals or things that they want to get done, but they don't put the right mindset or action behind that. So that's something that I'm a firm believer in. That's something that I want to be able to teach our youth, because that manifesting part or aspect of not only basketball but in life is something I've been able to. I'm not going to say I perfected, but I've been able to use to my advantage, almost like, that alchemy, approach, turning, salt into gold or whatever thing you want to use. But, so that aspect as well. And then more importantly is just, I think the thing that kind of, not only separates myself, but just like being able to talk, like being able to, go in any room and speak to a 3-year-old or speak to a 63-year-old, and being able to relate to them, and then talk to them where they're at, I think that's, being personable, being approachable is huge, in a society where we're constantly being judged. And, so that's something that I'm aware of. And, I kind of, want to be that bridge to where people can, come and have a common goal or stand on common grounds. And, whether this community doesn't like this part of the community, well, we're going to join together for basketball, or whatever event that we have going on. We've done, yoga and garden events. We've done, back to school stuff, so there's numerous things that we provide that, that a lot of or all community members can attach themselves to or their kids to, so it's not, we're not just doing it for basketball or doing it for one demographic of people. We want to take on, again, a holistic approach. And I think that's what's so unique about, what we're doing, is like, we're not just doing kids stuff. We're not just doing, men's stuff. We have our women's league, we have our men's league coming up. And, obviously we're deep rooted in with the kids in the community, so, again, our holistic approach, of, and that's, I think what, where we stand out. A lot of people have like their own niche with what they want to do. But, in terms of, growth, I think, that's why I chose the Leadership University, because, we could tack on mental health, we can tack on financial literacy, all the stuff that, I wish I knew as a kid, or, I wish I learned as a middle school, high school kid, we're being able to provide them examples now. Something, small exercise that we did last year at our financial literacy course, was just something, the difference between a checking and a savings. Like, I didn't know that until I first opened my first checking account when I was a freshman in college. So like, if I'm able to teach, eighth graders, ninth graders, seventh graders that, credit score, what is it? What is a credit score? What does it mean to keep your credit score? How do you, like stuff like that. So, but yeah, that's kind of our approach. And I think the sky's the limit.
Yeah, excellent answer. Action, vision, communication. You can't beat that. And I love how you say, talk to a 3-year-old or a 63-year-old.
Yes.
And approachable.
Yes.
I can't agree. I can't disagree. That's an amazing answer.
Yes.
I love it. And what about another game we play? It's called First, Last, Best, Worst. I don't want to just, I'll let you choose. Do you want to do a community event, your first community event, your last community event, like a fundraiser or something, or do you want to go back to a basketball game? I'll let you choose. Your first game, your last game, your best game, your worst game, or your first.
We could do like we could do maybe the first event of a community event, and then maybe my best basketball game, or
bet deal.
I would say the first event for our AI3 Leadership Basketball Camp. Julio and I, we just kind of went into it blind. We didn't have any water. We didn't have it. We had gear. We had shorts and jerseys, and that was it. We didn't have whistles. We didn't have refs. We didn't have anything. Any schedules put together. We're just really kind of, getting, just going, trial and error type of thing. So that was a very eye-opening experience. And then, after that, we were able to, of course, build on that. But, that was our first year. And, that was essentially, we came out of pocket for everything. Nobody paid anything. I think our first 2-3 years, nobody paid anything. So but yeah, it was tough, and I wouldn't be where we are today without the help from like the PAL, the help from the Greater Waterbury YMCA, and various other nonprofits that assisted us. So got to give them love. But yeah, I mean, I look back on those times and I can remember, man, like my mentor Joe Suma, maybe like a week prior to camp, and we didn't have anything like the registration right. We didn't have people signing up right. So we had maybe like 3 people coming at this point, So I'm like, hey, get on the phone with Joe. I'm like, Joe, I don't think this is the right, the right thing for us to do right now. We don't have anything going on. We don't have everything in order. We're disorganized, and there's only about 3-5 people signed up. And then he's like, Anthony, just stick it out. Just stick it out. I think this is good. I think this is something you should do. Then day 1 comes, and we got about 40 people in there. So it's like, oh, okay,
nice.
like this is great. I'm not worried about the money. I'm not worried about anything. I'm just like, okay, kids came, and that's all that matters. So we provided them with a great experience, and then now we're walking into year 8, and now we have 150, 160 people walking in the door. So it's in terms of the growth, it's been there.
That's sure. Awesome. Yeah, it's all about the progress and growth. You got to start small. You got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
Did Joe Suma, did he coach Waterbury Knights football? I feel like he was my coach, dude.
No, I don't think he did
never,
football.
Ever?
No,
20 years ago?
Football. I
thought I had a coach Suma.
Yeah, no, not football for sure.
Okay.
For sure, he's a basketball guy. Yeah.
So first event.
Yes, that's the first event.
Last, best, worst.
What? Oh,
so the game is first, last, best, worst.
Okay. So that was the first event, and the last, or you want to do the worst event, or are we going into basketball?
What do you ever? It's your.
Oh man. We could do worst basketball. I mean, I've had a lot of bad basketball games, but I think the one that stands out is I was a freshman. I think I was a freshman up at Santa Clara, and I'm on the line, and I went 1 for 1 at the free throw line, and we ended up losing. So the pressure was on me, the team was on my back, and I'm at the line. I got a chance to put us up 1 and essentially win. We're down 1 at a time. I definitely made the first one. Then they try to ice me, call the timeout. Then I come back out and I miss it. And I'll never forget. One of the veterans on the team was a senior. He kind of made a smart remark to the coach and said like something like, you can't run with the rookies, or you can't trust in the rookies, or something like that. So that's something that I always look back upon in terms of motivation. So that was probably one of my worst games. And then best game, man, I got 2. I gotta put 2 in there as I'm gonna speak about college just because college is more sensitive, more emotional. I've had 30-point, 40-point games as a pro, but I feel like it meant more to me as I'm coming up instead of making money for it. So up at Gonzaga, we're on the road. And this is why I originally started wearing headphones before the games. I would usually get out to pregame shoot around, hour and a half before the game starts. So, I go out there, get my routine. We're up in Spokane, Washington. They call it the kennel, where it's like maybe like 10, 11,000 people fit in there. In Gonzaga, they sell it out, right? Mm-hmm. And there's people there an hour, 2 hours before the game. And no other team in the WCC does this, so we're going up there. I think this is my junior year. Yes, my junior year. I'm having a hell of a season, averaging about like 23 for the season. So, we're coming out and they're like, Ireland, you suck. F you, Ireland. Ireland, your team. We were bad at this point. We just came off a good sophomore year, but now my junior year, everybody left. So we're like, in conference, we're like 2-14, bad. So they're just like, transfer, get out of here, telling me all this bad stuff. And then I, went in, I'm like, okay, I can't deal with this. So I grabbed my headphones, went out, got my rhythm in. But then I ended up having my career high there that night, had 32, had 20, I think I had 21 in the first half. And every bucket I had, I'm looking at the same group that was like talking shit to me, So that just gave me that motivation. So that was, and then they ended up beating us. And then when I walked off, I had 32 and I'm walking off about a minute to go left in the game. Everybody, gave me a round, standing ovation, and that's unheard of from an opposing team,
Wow. That's
place.
Cool.
So that happened. And then another time that happened, again, we played BYU in the tournament, WCC tournament in Vegas. and we had won like 4 in a row to get to BYU, and I had a great game. It was my last game of my career, so I had about 22 points, but they knew it was the last game of my career, so they all applauded, and I'm walking off the court crying and hugging my coach and stuff like that. So that's one of the one of my greatest
Max
moments.
Good was your coach throughout the whole time?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's a great feeling. The kennel.
My
friend's cousin went to Gonzaga, and I have Gonzaga shorts, and I play in them. I don't know why and how, but I thought it was cool. Something different. And I'm like, they're like, why do you have? They go, well, my friend's cousin, he actually walked around with the phone in the bookstore. Okay. It's like, you want this? You want that? You want this? I'm like, shorts. I want shorts. Are they Nike? Get them. So, very cool. Best, worst, last. All right, you played great. And then, favorite restaurant?
In Waterbury or now?
Anywhere. Because there's a follow-up question.
Ooh.
Anywhere in the world.
Yeah, come on.
Oh, in the world? Oh, my God.
You've been at some really cool spots.
Yeah,
You're international.
I've been to, I don't know the name, but there was like, the food in Israel is amazing. Oh, my God, it's crazy. So there's a place where I highly recommend people trying to visit and getting food there. But the place that I really like a lot. I don't get out there as much. I'm all for ambiance and vibes and feel. So out in Westport, there's a place called Terrain Cafe, and it's a mix between like a cafe brunch spot with a gardening, like florist type of what are those like nursery. So it's like a nursery mixed with a cafe brunch spot. So they got plants hanging from everywhere. Then you can go shopping. But great food, great vibe, great energy, and place I highly recommend.
So it's the Westport spot.
It's the Westport spot.
Nice.
Yes.
And did you want to shout out the Waterbury spot?
Yeah, I mean, anything as far as local, we were talking about vegetarian spots. There's this spot called Divine Health right off of Lakewood Road. And it's vegetarian, vegan stuff, all vegan, predominantly Jamaican. So they have all the spinach patties, vegetable patties, aki patties. But then they have their buffet, which is all vegan, all high alkaline type of food, so high vibration type of stuff.
I was a vegetarian for a year and a half during COVID. I thought it was great. It really helped my knees. It helped me like lose some weight.
Yes.
And I watched Game Changers on Netflix.
Oh yes.
Did you watch that?
Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So I was like hooked. I have to try athletically. Kind of hooked. But come to find out, the producer was like sells veggie patties. So of course he's gonna have that spin.
Of course.
But how long have you been a vegetarian?
Man, ever since I started getting money. So to be honest, ever since I started getting a little change, man.
What made you?
I mean, being in France, being overseas, you have a lot of downtime. So I would experiment with stuff like, I started getting, just diving into knowledge and like diet and like, okay, why in America do we have the food pyramid? Why in America are we supposed to eat 3 meals a day? Like, anywhere else in the world, they don't do that, So I'm like, then I'm just questioning stuff, then I look at milk, and milk, I've heard my whole life, it builds strong bones, and it really doesn't, So then, same thing with cheese, and same, all this stuff that I thought I knew were false, So I'm like, okay, there's got to be more to this. So then I just started, really getting into just my diet and, what humans are supposed to be eating, like if you're from this part of the world, what you should be like, say if you're Italian, you should eat differently from a person from the Congo, right? Because the climate is different, the atmosphere, the texture, the sand, the soil is different. So everybody, should have their specific diet, right? But we've become just, I think, we just listen to what people tell us to do, and we think they're telling the truth, So and these are all the stuff that we learned in school, So but yes, I had a lot of downtime in France, so I started doing doing little experiments with myself. I was like, okay, Anthony, we're gonna eat a Big Mac and then go to practice, or we're gonna have a smoothie and a banana and then go to practice, and we're gonna see how you feel. And like you said, it changes your mind, the way you're thinking, and how how smooth your thoughts are, right? Or if you're I would find myself second guessing myself, when I would eat, meat, something like that, but then when I would, eat to kind of, nourish my body, it would, my thoughts were very different. So I think, there's a lot to, there's so many levels that you can go into in terms of diet, but it's, helped me out so much, helped me out just, change my palate, change, the stuff I enjoy eating. And then, I have this joke with my, kind of my dad. It's like, I don't eat pork anymore, but then it's like, you grew up eating pork, boy. Like, you grew up eating pork, bro. What are you talking about? I'm like, yeah, I grew up peeing on myself too, but I'm not going to continue, so like, that's the kind of approach I have with it.
So what's your daily meal look like? Do you eat 3 times a day?
No, not at all. So I kind of, intermittent fasting is a big thing now, and that's kind of something I've adopted, when I originally started, 8-9 years ago. And, so I'll have my first meal. I'll break my fast. That's what breakfast means, break fast, right? Because we're essentially fasting overnight. So I'll break my fast with like, first water and tea and some lemon tea, but mainly a smoothie or like some type of fruit or something that, I'm going to put, something in my body that I'm mindful of. I know it's going to, give me the right stuff I need. And then, I'll probably have one big meal right before I fall asleep. Not right before I fall asleep, but maybe like 8 to 9. And then, that's kind of like, the diet I've been on for a long time.
When's your fast start and end?
My fast probably starts at night. Probably my last meal is like, 10:30.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll, if I'm out or, if I'm with my lady, we have a snack or have a dessert or something like that. But for the most part, it's, and then I won't break, from 10:30, 11 at night until about, 10, 11, 12 in the afternoon the next day. So,
okay. So you do extend it in the morning while you're up.
Yes. Cause I'll get my workout in the morning. And then right after that, like today I broke my fast with like overnight oats, which had like almonds, had some berries, blueberries, raspberries. So that's why I broke my fast.
Interesting. I did a shake today, and around lunch I was starting to be a little hungry.
Yeah.
It's much better than egg and cheese on a bagel.
Yes.
The bread.
Yes.
Bread is not. Yeah. I've been limiting my bread and cheese.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's hard. Cheese is hard. That's my vice. Cheese. Yeah.
So you're not a vegan.
No, I'm not. No, yes. That's my vice. Is cheese.
Yeah. Do you eat eggs or no eggs?
I do. Like, so I'm not. And I'm not. Like,
how about fish? Or that's a pescatarian.
Again, like I don't put myself in a box. I kind of, because I think that's like a fad too. Is like, no, I'm vegan. Okay, I don't do this. But my thing is like, I'm gonna listen to my body. I'm gonna listen to what it needs. So like occasionally I'll have like a piece of salmon. Occasionally I'll have some some trout or some whatever it is. But then for the most part, I'm listening to my body. Sometimes I have like an omelet. But yeah, for the most part, I'm kind of strict with. I stay on top of things.
Very cool.
Yeah.
No, I knew you were a vegetarian. Maybe that was in my mind too. I'm like, hey, Aunt does it. Let me try it. And my daughter has been one since 4th grade, 5 years.
Yeah.
So a lot of it, my wife does the cooking, and sometimes I do some cooking, but most of it's vegetarian to please her.
Yeah. And then you just end up eating it.
You end up eating it.
There we
so
go.
a lot of cauliflower,
Yes.
a lot of beans,
Yep.
rice and beans, a lot. But the protein in beans are almonds, nuts, and avocados.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you're at the Westport restaurant. Mm-hmm. You can have 4 guests, dead or alive. Who you eating with?
Wow. Oh man. Damn. I would say. I'm going with first one. I'm going with Malcolm X. That's like one of my heroes. Going with Malcolm X.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with my dad, for sure. Just because I feel like I was asked this question when I was a freshman, coming in my freshman year, and I said like Michael Jordan, this person. But then my coach was like, like I would just choose my family because I'm gonna be able to go home with them. Like I'll be able to see them tomorrow. So I'm gonna choose my dad, Malcolm X. If I choose my dad, I got to take my mom. So my mom, and then I would say like I would love like one of like the Rothschilds or like someone like that.
Oh, back down with all the money.
Yeah, just like because I'm all for like legacy.
Yeah.
Right? And like for good or obviously people have their opinion about the Rothschilds, but like in terms of their
Are they
legacy,
Illuminati too or no?
so I don't. They'll have. Everybody has their own opinion, but you were silly, man. That's funny as shit. Are they Illuminati? I don't know, but that's what they say. But
We heard it here. This is an exclusive. Anthony
Just
Ireland
dropped the bomb.
is a part of the Illuminati.
but if not one of the Rothschilds, I would either the DuPonts, but I would say Nelson Mandela.
No, interesting. That's a
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
That's a great.
So Malcolm, my mom, my dad, and I'll go with Mandela.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
Are your parents any of your? Oh, so obviously dad is not a vegetarian. Is mom? Mom?
No, but my dad. So my dad would come out, like he came to Lithuania, visited me, came to Hungary, came to Portugal, and I'm going to the grocery store. I'm not buying pork, steak, chicken, none of that. So I'm like, all right, man, take care. I'll give him 40 euros and he'll go to get his stuff. And then he was just eating chicken, so he was like on a chicken diet and my diet, pretty much. So. And he was out there maybe 3 months with me. His face started clearing up. He started waking up sooner. Didn't have the cravings or the addiction stuff that that he was used to. So,
I noticed sleep too. Sleep got me.
yes.
Some other things that deal with sleep help too.
Yep. For sure. More energy.
Yes, more
Yes.
energy.
Yep. Yeah, you got to take some maca.
And what's that?
MACA.
What's that?
It's
Nice.
it's a natural herb, but it promotes increased libido. But not only that, but just energy throughout
Yeah.
the day, and just natural organic energy.
Oh yeah, we got to talk more because I might go back on this vegetarian diet.
Yes. A lot of essentials. Sea moss, black seed oil,
Yeah, you do all the chia oil or
chia seeds,
chia
hemp
seed.
seeds.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, all that stuff, man. Yeah,
Nice.
for sure.
All right, and I'm been a teacher for 19 years. Do you have a favorite teacher?
Favorite teacher? Yeah, I would say. Well, I had a great social worker that kind of like helped me throughout my high school. But favorite teacher, I would say Miss Cafaso. Miss Cafaso, I was big into history, so she was like a social studies history teacher. And yeah, she just kind of knew my focus was basketball, but kind of spoon fed me, let's say, to how I was able to learn, right? Because everybody doesn't learn the same, but and I had a lot of like insecurities going into school and stuff, just because I knew I'm the basketball player, but then I'm being judged all the time with my grades and stuff like that, so a lot of insecurity. School brought out a lot of insecurities in me. So but yeah, Miss Cafaso, she was my 10th grade teacher, 9th grade, 10th grade teacher.
Crosby?
Yeah, Crosby.
You think she's still there?
No, she retired.
Nice.
But I'm on Facebook. I'm friends with
nice.
her on Facebook, and yeah.
Well, thank you, Miss Cafaso.
Yes.
And that's really cool because someone will always remember their favorite teacher.
Yes, she was great too.
And it's not like based on a test that she gave you.
No.
It was that connection,
Yeah,
the
it was just,
rapport, and
I could go in
knowing you.
Yep, I could go in her room and she wouldn't, if I was dealing with something, she would console me. She would help me, and then during her class, she would, not let me get away with a few things, but like she would give me the benefit of the doubt a lot of times. So growing up, that's kind of, what I needed, and that's who I gravitated towards.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
What minute was favorite teacher?
We're at minute 57, 58.
Oh, 57. All right, we're into crazy questions. Donut crazy. But first, we got a couple questions. This is Marcia. She is the fire marshal, deputy fire marshal of West Hartford. She sent some questions that she wants to ask.
Oh, wow.
Do you have a favorite kind of takeout?
Takeout. In Waterbury or just?
Yeah, we'll say Waterbury. Keep it to the berry.
Favorite takeout in Waterbury, man. It's tough. I would have to go with the same spot. I have to go with Divine Health or a sushi. Sushi. I'm
that's
tripping.
good.
Sushi. There's this spot called Red Dragon. It's really good. They have a really good spicy connie salad and a good butterfly roll. So yeah, I'm a fan of sushi.
Favorite candy?
Favorite candy. I would say the Reese's, but the Reese's that like the holiday ones, so like the Easter egg one,
yeah,
the
those are
Halloween
nice.
ones.
Yeah.
They pack them with peanut butter. It's delicious.
Yeah. What do you have too much of one thing? Do you have like too many shoes, bags, ties, pens? Too many.
Right now, I have definitely shoes, but I would say too many Carmex. I have so much chapstick, man. I have so much I got them everywhere, man. My girlfriend makes fun of me, but it's an essential.
Yeah. Are you a sneaker guy?
Yes, I'm a sneaker guy. I mean, yeah, I have a bunch of sneakers. Just so many. I don't like call myself a sneakerhead just because I use my sneakers for basketball. So
Are they stored nicely?
Yeah, but I have a lot of them. So because I probably wear my sneakers maybe.
Do you have more or less than Tootie?
I don't know. He probably got me. I probably have about 80 pairs, 70 pairs of sneakers, but Tootie probably's got me. He's probably got me.
And what extracurricular activities do you do? It's not a sport, like not basketball. Because we know you play basketball.
Yeah,
What do you do for?
I'm a yoga guy. I love yoga. Yep. Hot yoga. So Bikram yoga. You got to come try it. It's right in Hartford too. Hartford Sweat.
Oh, you go to Hartford? You go through West Hartford, dude. Pick me up. Let's go. I'll meet you there anytime.
My girlfriend lives in Hartford, so I'm there.
Come on. Oh.
I'm there. I came there from there this morning. I'm going there tonight. I'm there.
All right.
4 or 5
Well, there's a
times week.
vegetarian spot I want to bring you to. There's one in Manchester that's really good.
Okay, yeah,
And
we
there's
can
a
definitely do
floral restaurant in West Hartford. Floral.
Okay.
You got to try
What's the
it.
name?
It's called Floral.
Oh, okay,
And it's the
okay.
vegetarian spot, but they do like bacon cheeseburgers, but it's all vegetarian.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, we
Okay.
got to go.
Yeah.
Oh, if you come
I'm always
through?
out there.
Oh.
I'm always
I
out
didn't
there.
know that.
Yeah, I'm always out there.
All right, cool. What about a dream car?
I have my dream car actually, a Tesla.
Nice.
So that was my dream car, and I bought that in 2020, and yeah, it's been an amazing
I
experience.
got to shout out my last guest, Carlos Mota. You ever go to Parkville Market in
Yeah,
Hartford?
Yeah.
I had the owner of Parkville Market, Carlos, on.
No.
He drives a Tesla. Thanks
Okay.
for reminding me. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
shout out to Parkville Market and Carlos.
Yeah, they got a lot of stuff up there. It's a great.
Anything
spot.
you want.
Yeah.
Like Peruvian.
Indian. Yeah, Thai. Everything.
Yeah. What's your go-to there?
I went there for a meeting, but I had some Thai. I had Thai food.
Yeah.
I like
Mota, no, he's an excellent, great human.
Okay.
I'm really excited. That was episode 73. I usually shout him out at the beginning, but thank you for the reminder. He drives a Tesla when you said that.
Yeah.
And where do you buy your pizza?
Lately, I mean, if I'm going slice, I'm going Dominic and Pia's. If I'm doing
Good
a
answer.
whole,
Good
whole
Waterbury answer
If
right
I'm
there.
going a whole pizza, I'm going Pepe's.
And what's your favorite article of clothing?
Like brand or
Like shirt, hat, or do you have a brand? We'll do both.
what brand do I like?
Yeah.
Jeez. Unfortunately, Nike.
Nike.
I would say. Outside of my own.
Oh, yeah, you have a brand?
Yeah, I mean, we got our AI3 Leadership gear.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got some friends of Feeney gear now, too. You going to rock it?
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure.
All right, so this is a little, we're going to do some slime time. You know slime time?
Nah.
You know Drink Champs?
Yeah. Okay.
This is a popular question. These are Would You Rathers. This is Donut Crazy, podcast guest, episode 10, also a sponsor. Loyalty or respect? And if you say both, you usually get
drink.
Nori makes you drink.
Right.
We're not doing that today.
I think loyalty, man, because with loyalty comes with the respect comes from the loyalty, and I'm a person like you get that's like a code, whether it's a bro code, girl code, whatever, that's a code.
Yeah.
Like, being loyal, that's not, that's respect, that's character, that's dignity, that's everything, is lined up under loyalty.
I agree.
So, for sure.
Jay-Z or Nas?
Nas.
Really?
Nas,
The
yeah.
Illmatic tape is probably the best ever.
Yeah, I'm more, I grab.
10 songs.
Yeah.
The best.
Yep.
10 songs
all
ever.
time.
5
Classic.
mics, source.
Yeah.
What about, I cut you off. You weren't going to say Illmatic. What were you going to say?
No, I was gonna say, I love like the his humbleness and his like being under the radar, in terms of Jay-Z.
Wait, Jay-Z's under the radar?
No, I'm
Oh,
saying
okay.
in turn, like when you look at Jay-Z and Nas would be under the radar compared to Jay-Z.
I've been meaning to ask. So LMU, you had the shortcut. When did you go long cut?
Funny story, man. In my
Getting off topic, but
Like-
I need to know.
yeah,
the
like
people
pro-
need to know.
probably like 2 years into my playing professionally.
Yeah, you had the twist.
There's no barbers out there, man. There's no barbers. So my first year in France, I go to the barbershop. This lady, she's cutting me, and I'm showing her pictures like this is what I need. She don't speak no English.
Okay.
So I'm like this. She's like, yes, see. And then completely messed up my hair.
Jacked it up.
Yeah, terrible. I walked into everybody's making fun of me on the team and stuff like that.
Not one dude on the team can cut?
Nah, but we was learning though. We ended up learning.
I was gonna say there's got to be that one guy that's like, come on,
yeah.
guys, I could at least give you a bald fade or.
So then after that, went to Poland, and I'm like, I'm just gonna grow it. I'm just gonna grow it, and I'm gonna do my own shape ups. So that's what I was doing, and then it got curly. It started getting like, kind of nappy, and then they call it freeform, like freeform locks, freeform dreads. Where you don't really, you don't twist them yourself. You kind of just leave it, and then they'll create its own lock. So I had my first time coming back to the States after I started growing my hair, I had one big lock. It's like one big thing, like, and I went to the salon, and they're like, I was there for literally 5 hours.
You
like,
can't. Oh, they tried to comb it out.
Yeah, because they had to like break it into locks, the individual ones. I had one big one, so it was terrible. It was nasty. Like I didn't know how to take care of my hair, So I'm just like getting in the shower, putting some soap in it, and letting it dry, But then it would get all matted, and it was bad. But she brought me back to life.
You had the Bob Marley now.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
All right, yeah, that's cool. I like it. Let's see.
Yeah, man.
Let's see.
It's long, man. It's long. I've been growing it maybe about 8 years now. So.
Now, there's dudes on that didn't slow you down on the court.
Nah.
Would you jump higher if you cut it off?
Nah, probably not. Man.
Aerodynamic? Are you not slower?
Maybe
faster?
hang time. Maybe
hang time.
Yeah.
Do you ever like do a spin move and whap someone with it?
No, yeah, that or I whap myself. Like sometimes it's tough. Like I'll be shooting like this. And I'm like, fuck, and my hair is just like, damn, it'll mess me up. But when I turn quick, it'll. Hit
I
me
really
in the
had to
face.
notice that you don't realize it. That is a thick knot.
Yeah,
that is
yeah,
really nice.
And it's like 4.
Come on, let me a little.
There's like 5, 6 of them.
Ooh, that's solid.
Yeah, I just watched this. That's why I look damn. But they're twists, So I have like 12 locks, but now I have like since they're together, maybe like 5.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. I had to know. All right, we'll do a couple more Would You Rathers, and I know you got somewhere to be, and I had a wonderful time talking with you.
Likewise, man.
This is Aunt Ireland of the Leadership University, of the AI3 Academy. We're here in Waterbury at 63 Prospect. We're in the Rose Hill Mansion, started by Kerry Welton.
Yes.
Drake or Kendrick Lamar? If you could say both, and we could fake like you were going to drink if you want, because I need to get a both.
Nah, I'm going with K-Dot. I'm going with K-Dot. I feel like I have that Section 80 album.
Who's a better baller, you think?
Oh, Drake, probably Drake. I don't think Kendrick Lamar is athletic at all.
Oh, which one's the baller? I thought he played hoop.
Talking about J. Cole.
My
it's
bad.
Cole. It's Cole.
My
Cole.
bad. I mixed them up. My bad. J. Cole. That's who it. What about Drake being like hopping on teams? Every jersey, he's the fan of every team.
Right?
Is that cool or not?
I mean, it's Drake, so he can get away with it. But nah, it's not cool.
Nah. Crosby or Wilby?
Crosby, for sure.
Are you sure about this?
Yeah. 100%.
What about 1996? Wilby or Crosby?
Oh, man, I don't know, man.
What year were you?
I was
2000?
5 years old at that time.
Are you two? Damn, you're 5 in 1996.
I was 91. I was born 91.
Okay.
Yeah.
Silly question. What about highlight reel? Breaking someone's ankles or a dunk? Getting dunked on?
I think breaking someone's ankles. Yeah, breaking someone's ankles.
Is that because you're a guard?
Yeah, for sure.
How about the TikTok video in Bridgeport? When you put someone on skates?
Crazy, right? That was crazy. I still watch that sometimes.
I saw that today. I was like, whoa, that dude went flying, and the
Yeah.
crowd felt it. That was
Yeah.
AN1 stuff right there.
Yeah, no, for sure. And that we were,
What league was that, or was that?
that was just a tournament. It was like, a city to city tournament, and we were the underdogs pretty much because we were in Bridgeport. We were playing Bridgeport, so they had all their people there. And then we came out on top, and I was talking big shit. I don't know if I could cuss on here. Sorry about that.
We're good. Celtics or Lakers?
Lakers for sure.
LeBron, Kobe, or Jordan?
LeBron.
Yeah, you
I'm a
were
LeBron
quick,
guy.
huh?
Yeah, LeBron
You
guy.
didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
You hear this
LeBron
guy?
guy.
Didn't even think about it.
I'm LeBron guy, man.
All right, so Jamaican food, Waterbury. Mikey's or Birdie's? Were you around for Birdie's?
Birdies.
You know
Classic.
Birdie's?
Yeah.
Okay.
Classic.
I think it burned down, though.
No.
Next to it.
No, Birdie's guy has a new owner. Mikey's, something bad happened over there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
We don't
yeah.
need to talk about that. I know that. But Birdie's, Birdie's,
Yeah, Birdie's
number one.
classic,
That was like the place to be. All right, Fulton Park or Hamilton Park?
Hamilton. Fulton's dope, but I grew up near Hamilton.
Come on.
So I would go to Hamilton to hoop, but I didn't.
Fulton used to have hoops. I don't know if you were
sure.
around
They
for
do
hoops.
in the back.
Yeah.
They do in the back, yes.
North End, Wallace, or West Side?
Wallace. I went to Wallace.
I went to North End. We're not seeing it eye to eye on schools. AI or Kyrie? Allen Iverson.
The original.
Yeah, do you model your game after
Yes,
him?
that was the
did that inspire you
inspiration.
for the AI?
Yep.
Did you wear 3 because of it?
Yep. I wore number 3 because of him. Initials, not because of him. That I was just fortunate to have AI as my initials. But that his heart, kind of was the inspiration from that perspective, from a TV perspective.
Yes. So Shaq was on Drink Champs, and he's like, I punched Allen Iverson's shot, and he would just get up and come at me right back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, every time. Yeah.
He was like the toughest 180-pound guy ever. Fell down maybe 10 times a game, but just got back up.
Yeah.
He was awesome to see him play. I loved AI. Nori or the game? Do you like rap?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would go Nori.
What
East
about
Coast guy.
Jadakiss or 50?
50 for sure.
Interstate 84 or Route 8?
Route 8.
Why?
Just calmer.
Yeah.
It's calmer, more chiller, and I use it more. I get to where I want to go.
To get around town in Waterbury, do you get on Route 8 sometimes just not to go through the nonsense, like to swing around?
Yeah, I would. Yeah,
I felt
yeah,
that way too
yeah,
sometimes.
yeah.
Frankie, well, this is a vegetarian, but maybe
Blackies.
Okay.
Blackies.
Didn't even get to the other one.
Fire. I love black. Sometimes I would do a cheat meal there.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
With the snap.
Oh, it's crazy.
We should go to Blackie's. Wait, is it closed on Mondays or Fridays? I think it's closed on Fridays. Dude, you gotta go to Blackie's, dude.
The relish is crazy.
The relish is amazing. Do you call it dirty water or DeBerry?
Dirty water.
Dirty water.
Dirty water.
Do you go to 7-Eleven or Cumberland Farms?
Cumberland.
Cumberland.
Yeah, Cumberland.
And these are some from kids. So yeah, that was my Waterbury edition. Pizza, Dominica Pia.
Dominica Pia's.
Right down over here.
Yeah,
Slice.
yeah.
They've been here for 80 years.
Yeah,
Amazing
forever.
people. I want them on the podcast too.
Wow, that'd be
Oh,
legendary.
that'd be cool, right?
Yeah.
I could make pies. I did that in Luna Pizza in West Hartford.
Okay, yes.
Had him on. Alex McDonald, awesome guy. I made pizzas. I tried to spin it.
Okay.
Great podcast coming soon. He was like episode 70, I think. Kyle's a little behind in uploading them.
Takes time, man. Stuff's real work.
Would you rather break an arm or break a leg?
Arm.
Would you rather be too hot or too cold?
Cold.
Would you rather drink buffalo sauce or sweet and sour sauce?
Buffalo.
Would you rather eat ice cream that tastes like pizza or pizza that tastes like ice cream?
Pizza tastes like ice cream.
Would you rather play every instrument or speak every language?
Instrument.
Nice. What instrument? Did you play an instrument growing up?
No, but I'm going to learn how to play the saxophone.
Nice.
Yeah.
And this day and age, 31 years old, gonna try to sax.
Yes.
Always learning. You're a lifelong learner?
Yes.
That makes me very happy.
Yeah.
Growth mindset.
Growth mindset
Yes.
at all times.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's her Dweck? Carol Dweck, maybe? She wrote the growth mindset book. Would you rather live without TV or movies?
TV.
Would you rather live without indoor plumbing or electricity?
Electricity.
Wow. Okay. Would you rather be a human with a dog head or a dog with a human head?
Oh my God. I guess I'd like to be a human with a dog head.
Would you rather have an extra finger or extra toe?
Finger.
Yeah, you're a hoop star.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Yeah.
Another finger.
Well, I think we hit them all. I just want to shout out one quick event. Ukraine to Weha. Friends of Feeney sponsoring a family that to live in West Hartford from the Ukraine. So please join us at New Park Brewery on April 28th. We're looking for sponsors. We're looking for guests. There will be pizza and beverages. Do you partake in libations? Do you drink alcohol?
Yeah.
Oh, I was
I
gonna
hear
say.
I'm a big wine guy.
Wine?
I love wine.
Which one?
I'm a red, so I do a lot of Chianti.
Okay.
Sangiovese, Chianti Sangiovese. I do Merlot, but yeah, I like red.
And okay. Nice. I had some cards, but I don't think we have time. But some basketball cards to go through. Let's see. I was gonna have you if I hold
pick
this
one out.
off, can you tell who that is?
Nah, I mean only that when that comes. Oh, Gary Payton.
Yeah.
Gotta be, right? Yeah.
The glove.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. How about this guy? Some of these are from my old school collection.
Nah, I don't know who that is.
You should know this guy.
Oh, Oakley. Charles Oakley.
You know this guy too. He's a point guard.
Kevin Johnson. Yep. Rain Man.
Silly question.
Mamba.
Oh, this guy.
Wow.
Come on.
Oh, that's
You know this. You know this. Connecticut guy.
Yeah. Oh, Daniel Marshall.
Yes.
Yeah,
Coached at Central and played at UConn. That's easy.
KG.
Another guard for you.
BJ.
Another Connecticut guy.
Marcus Camby.
Oh, come on. Let's see. Check your.
Oh, no, I don't know who that is.
Duke. You went to Duke. Cherokee Parks. This guy's an announcer now.
Oh, yes. Williamson. No. He got caught up with that stuff. He did some stuff.
Ohio State.
Damn.
Jim Jackson.
Yes.
This dude sued Super Nintendo to get his likes.
Oh, no, I don't know who that is.
So, fun fact, we had a game. O'Bannon brothers sued Nintendo.
It was NCAA, yeah.
And NCAA, that's what it was. That's a tough one. Eldon Campbell.
Yeah, nah.
This dude had the biggest feet in the league, size 23.
No, who was it?
Mark Aguirre.
Okay.
This one's easy.
Shaq.
Shaq was great on Drink Champs. I just listened to that one.
Chris Webb.
He's calling a great game in the tournament. He's awesome.
He's gotten much better with that.
Oh, another guard.
Mark Jackson.
Yep. Ooh, come on. International. This dude he might be Lithuanian. Come on.
I don't know.
Sarunas Marcelonis.
Oh, definitely Lithuanian.
Yeah, right.
Definitely.
Sarunas Marcelonis from Kaunas, Lithuania.
Yeah.
Dude, he was
Kaunas. That's the capital.
Oh, it is. He's
Kaunas,
the
yeah.
capital. Dude, he was a legend. He was like the first European, Sarunas. Him and Drazen
Sabonis, right?
Petrovic.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Petrovic
yeah,
and
yeah.
oh, and this dude was my dude too. His nickname's the Mayor. He coached Iowa State. He went to Iowa State. Fred Hoiberg, the Mayor.
Okay.
Well, wonderful talking with you. I'm so proud of you. I've known you for a very long time. You're doing great things in the community, internationally. You are helping children, and your educational, your like focus on education makes me very happy to hear. I would love to help you out. Let me know when you open that school. I do have my administration degree. I'd love to be the principal over there,
Yes,
or at least get a
that's what
job.
we need. That's what we need.
You know, you signed something, autograph. We talked to some JCC. It was just wonderful talking with you. I got another autograph. We learned about vegetarian, LMU, action, vision, communication. You're just a wonderful human being. You're giving back to community. Give me some. I'm proud of you. Hopefully you had a good talk.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I appreciate you having me on, man. It's been, I've definitely seen the growth. I think we originally connected about this maybe 5-6 years ago.
Yeah.
Well,
when I
did you
first
start?
started,
Yeah, I
I'm in
remember.
2017, so I'm on 5 years.
Yeah. I remember
And you were
just getting off the ground with
Yeah.
stuff, and
And I was like, oh, maybe we connect.
Yeah.
If I sponsored you and
Yep,
help
yep.
me grow my brand.
Yeah.
and,
That's how it is.
the
Collaboration,
nonprofit,
man. That's
all
what
about-
I've learned so far, man. Is like collaboration is the key to for longevity, man.
Yeah.
Like in collaboration with like-minded groups and
Yeah.
people is huge.
Yeah, you want to stick with people that are going in the right direction, and they'll bring you in the right direction. Don't hang with negative people. And
Right.
I try to, do that,
Yes.
stay positive, and you're doing positive things. And
Yes.
again, let's continue this
For sure.
collaboration.
For sure.
And
And anything I can do to help your brand, your program, what you have going on, and when we speak to some kids or say anything for promo purposes,
Yeah.
feel free to just reach out to me, man. I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll do
Well,
it.
you're going to come through Hartford. We'll hit up Floral.
Yeah.
And we'll connect more. We'll go see Carlos Mota if you want.
That'd be nice.
You guys
Yeah, I would
compare
love to meet him.
Teslas.
I would love to meet him. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
All right, well, great. Well, so you probably had your closing remarks, but I usually give closing remarks. I don't know if you want to say a little more, but you kind of.
Yeah, no, I mean, again, I appreciate you having me on. Checking in from Waterbury, Connecticut. It's always dope being back home and doing stuff in the community for the community. And yeah, I mean, if anybody wants to hear more about me, you can find me I'm on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, AI3. And then my foundation stuff, AI3 Leadership Academy. We're gonna begin the rollout to our nonprofit stuff via Instagram, Twitter, and our website. So be on the lookout for that stuff as well. And I would love to continue to collaborate and partner with everything that we have going on.
Awesome. So on 3, we'll say be a good friend. 1, 2, 3. Be a good friend.
Welcome to the Feeney Talks with Friends podcast, hosted by Eric Feeney. Eric is a founder and president of Friends of Feeney, Inc., which is a local grassroots, community-based nonprofit organization. Their mission is to help children and families who need assistance after heartbreak and tragedy. Eric uses his podcast, Feeney Talks with Friends, to talk to wonderful people in the community who are doing great things because we're doing great things. First of all, we'd like to thank Dave and Kyle from Direct Line Media for making all of this possible. Then we'd like to thank our podcast sponsors, Gastro Park, the Fix IV Therapy, Keating Agency Insurance, Golf Law Group, Donut Crazy, Weehaw Brewing and Roasting, and West Hartford Lock. Be a good friend and subscribe to the podcast on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and any other streaming service that hosts podcasts. Please check out our website at www.friendsoffeeney.com and learn how to support, volunteer, or become a podcast sponsor. Be a good friend. Pick up trash, hold the door for someone, give a compliment, and be charitable.